Abaris the Hyperborean, the avar beyond the north, son of Sooths or Zoltas, was a legendary sage, healer, and priest of Apollo. He lived in the 6th century BC and was of Gothic Thracian Scythian origin from southeastern Europe. He learned his skills in his homeland, which he fled during a plague. He was said to be endowed with the gift of prophecy, and because of this as well as his Scythian clothing, simplicity and honesty he left a great impression on Greek culture. He was held in high esteem in ancient Greece. According to the lexicon of Suda, his father's name Zolthas, which was a rank amongst Scythians inhabiting the East Balkans. The name of Abaris first appears in the work of Pindaros. According to the author, Abaris was a contemporary of Croesus, the king of Lydia. According to Greek tradition, Abaris was the anointed of Apollo, Goitosiris according to the Scythians, that is, the personification of the sun. In our current terms, he would be called a prophetic religious leader. Abaris is often mentioned next to Samolxus. The latter was a Scythian reformer, a Thracian Scythian living in the Transylvanian basin, and a religious leader of the Dacians. He is also a contemporary of Pythagoras, Abaris, and Anacharsis. There are many sources through centuries testifying about Abaris's life. Referring to Greek narrators, Herodotus declares the person of Abaris in his work Historia. Holding on to an arrow, he managed to travel the world without taking any food with him. In his work Charmides, Plato listed Abaris among the Thracian doctors who practice the healing of the soul and body by incantations. According to Strabon's book The Hypomnema of Geography, Abaris and other similar men enjoyed a fair reputation among the Greeks for behaving in a manner characterized by contentment, frugality, and justice. According to the main work of Pausanias Periogatas, Helodos Periagasis, Abaris erected a shrine in Sparta in honor of Cora Sotera, or Persephone. Origenes also commemorates the person of Abaris and his magical arrow in his work, Stroma. According to Iamblichos, Peri tu Pythagorico Bu, Abaris cleansed Sparta and Knossos from plague among several cities. The author attributes special skill to Abaris in haruspice, or the special skill of inspection of the entrails of sacrificed animals to predict future. In the work in question, Abaris, in addition to Pythagoras, appears in a key role in the court of the Sicilian tyrant Phalaris of Acrogacy. The two wise deals with divine affairs and teaches the stubborn tyrant to moral purity. The Suda lexicon attributes several works to Abaris, amongst them, the Scythian prophecies, the marriage of the river Hebros, the purifications, on the origin of the gods in a monologue, on Apollo's visit to the inhabitants of Hyperborea in a rhythm. His native country from different sources has been described in many ways over the centuries. Hyperborea initially meant to the Greeks the northern lands of the Thracian country and the unknown beyond it. According to Callimachos, for example, Boreas, the lord of winter and northerly winds, lives in a cave in the Balkans. But as their geographical knowledge grew, this fabulous country moved farther and farther, to the northern edge of the known world shrouded in fog. In Aristotle's heroic poem, Arimaspia, Hyperborea is found beyond the land of the Isidones and the one-eyed Arimaspi. The Isidones lived on the eastern side of the Ural Mountains, and the Arimaspi lived in the Altai Mountains. Publius Avidius Naso, the poet of the Roman Golden Age, refers to Abaris in his poem, Metamorphoses, as born in the Caucasus. Bonfini writes about him in his work, Rarum Ungaricarum Dacados, that Abaris, the son of Zothas, is the descendant of the leaders of the Avars and the Huns. He was revered as a saint by the Scythian people.